It's amazing. Look at how much this offset is.
Yeah, but this is small in comparison to what we'll see after the fault moves and makes its next earthquake.
David Schwartz, earthquake geologist emeritus.
And you might ask, well, what happens to the movement along the plates?
Well, I was always interested in science. My grandfather used to always take me to the American Museum of Natural History. They just had the rocks and the fossils and the maps. And I took an earth science class and a fabulous teacher. I said, that's it. This is it for me. I was good at it. I still am.
Sure, that's this place too.
David spent 33 years with the USGS in the Bay Area.
Concord Fault. Potentially dangerous fault?
Yes. San Andreas, the Hayward, the Rogers Creek, the Concord. They're all part of this broad zone that's allowing the plates to slip past each other.
This is slip. And this is slip.
There's a series of fractures that extend out across the asphalt. I think this is a very nice example of creep.
It's all evidence of the newly discovered branch of the Concord Fault, a strand of 4 miles running from Arbolado Park in the south, almost to Bart's Concord Maintenance Yard in the north.
This goes right through houses and buildings?
Yeah.
And this new trace is 1,300 feet west of where the old trace was mapped decades ago.
This is a map of that newly identified Concord Fault trace.
Curtis Bodden is among the new generation of USGS geologists.
If we look back in this direction,
and he's looked over this new study that discovered creep on the fault in this new location.
so this curb is deflected to the right, and we even see some spring activity, and there's some that think this is a spring that originates along the Concord Fault.
All of this is evidence that the Earth is moving on both this old and the new traces of the fault, about 3 millimeters a year, taking everything on top of it with it.
We didn't know that this fault existed in this location.
Neither did residents who hadn't heard about the old Concord Fault trace.
So you didn't know the Concord Fault was in your side yard?
No idea.
Or the new one.
You never heard about this?
I've never heard about it.
It also came as news to Valley Verde Elementary School in Walnut Creek, home to nearly 500 K to 5th grade students on campus, and now possibly home to the Concord Fault.
So this yellow line is the newly mapped, actively creeping strand of the Concord Fault.
Looks like it goes right through the school property.
It does.
To make this clear, here's a map of the Bay Area. We'll push into part of the Concord Fault in Walnut Creek. The new remap shows the trace to the north of the school ground, and to the south, we're going to stand here on Citrus Avenue.
It looks like the sidewalk in general, all through here, has been distorted.
This is 500 feet south of the school grounds.
Sure, that's this place too.
Conclusion?
I would say that this is a trace of the Concord Fault.
Connecting the creep on the south with that on the north could put the new Concord Fault trace right through the school property.
Yes, it's close to the school grounds. And the question becomes, has the creep done anything inside of the school? Are there any records of damage, of things breaking that shouldn't break? Those are things I would look for.
Those questions await an investigation by the state geologist, Jeremy Lancaster.
A site-specific investigation done by a qualified geotechnical professional is going to be needed to really pin down the precise location of that fault, if there is, in fact, a fault on the campus.
And if there is, it could be a shock in more ways than one.
How big a quake is the Concord Fault capable of springing?
We estimate that the Concord Fault is capable of about a magnitude 6.7 earthquake.
That's a big quake.
That is a big quake.
And it leads to an obvious question.
What are the chances one day there actually being an earthquake here in Concord?
Yeah, that's why we've got Curtis.
We give the Concord Fault a 3 to 4% probability of having a 6.7 magnitude earthquake or greater in the next 30 years.
But nobody here wants that inevitable quake to be the first time people realize they're living on top of the Concord Fault.
The message is to prepare. We say it all the time, prepare. But the information is there to allow you to do something ahead of time to make yourself, your house, your family safer.